Welcome back to Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, playing a copy provided to me by Square Enix, as I always say. So last time we went all around the world with a magic key to see what we could unlock. No sealing keyholes of Disney Worlds or anything like that. This time though, we happened to accidentally find the the blasting powder from the castle last time. So we need to take that to the dwarves at Mount Duruga, and that's basically the... Oh, I did kind of say that maybe I should go to the Chaos Shrine. That's a possibility too. I was gonna say, like, I doubt that the chest items in there are gonna be any good, but at the same time, like, I've been wrong. Like, I have got some good stuff from other places. Although that iron armor from the castle, I just realized, actually, yeah. Oh, you can get out of the boat there. It's good to know. But I already had that. The Falchion does seem to have maybe a higher multi-attack rate. It does seem like I'm doing more damage with it on average. Yeah, so here's Mount Duruga. Yeah, we've already gone in there. I guess I can check here to see if there are any doors that I haven't been through yet. Yeah, a whole load of chests down there. And that's before we even get into the guy who wants the, And, yes, more very weirdly, phonetically written Scottish accents. But yeah, the guy wants the dynamite. Oh, right, yeah, you're the guy who wants adamantite, okay. If I find that someday, I shall come here and give that to you. But I don't know if that's, like, optional, if it's just like a, you know, legendary sword thing, or maybe it's... I have this vague inkling that maybe it's actually related to getting uprooted classes. I don't know if that's an optional feature or not, but... Anyway. So let's see what's in here. Tent, Great Helm, okay. That's better than what I had before. Doesn't seem like anyone can use it either, so I may as well give that to, Cetro. Worm Killer, Ether, Potion, Mithril Mail, more Gil, and a Cottage. So, basically a whole bunch of stuff for fighters and not a lot for many other... Wow, the Mithril Mail's actually worse than the Iron Armor defense-wise, although it does give higher evasion. The problem is, like, it makes sense, because, like, Mithril is said to be light in Tolkien, but, I mean, honestly, I'd rather have the higher... unless my defense is overkill at this point, I don't know. But I don't think anyone else can use the Mithril Mail, so... I mean, if I could give that to somebody besides Cetra, I would, but it doesn't really seem like I can. Also, I have the Worm Killer. Okay, Worm Killer's a little stronger than the Falchion, but I don't know if it's going to multi-attack as much, so I'm going to see how this goes. I don't really know much about the hidden, like, whether weapons have hidden properties or not. Because I know that a lot of weapons in these kinds of games did, especially Secret of Mana, where some of the weapons, yeah, had things that, were kind of a guide, dang it. I think the remake does tell you. Okay, I think I have an idea of what's gonna happen here. Yeah, Baron's is a classic Scottish, line. Classic Scottish, Scots, I think, Scots word that, is used, often to show that characters are Scottish, even though I'm pretty sure the majority of real-life people from Scotland don't say that now. Just like I'm Australian, and never once in my life I heard anybody say the word drongo. Never. It would be kind of funny, but also annoying if he wasn't lying, and, like, you actually did get a game over if you didn't move away in time. Smart Saver? Okay. I guess that's only kicking in now. Might be because I have a lot of Gil. I had a feeling that's what was going to happen. Now we can leave that inland sea and head out to much, much more of the world with the boat. And now we're running all the way back. Okay, then. I guess just to check whether it worked or not. Yay, I exploded something! Oh, I guess he's going, that direction. And yeah, nothing that way. Oh yeah, the castle treasure room. Yeah, I thought they were referring to the Dark Elves castle for a second there, but no, it's actually the original castle. So, yeah, they seem... I can't quite see it here, but it looks like we should be able to head outside of this little tiny cramped area we've been stuck in with the ship. And that means, oh boy, a whole lot of stuff is going to be opening up to us now. So let's just take the ship down here, and yeah, we can go out there. And I wonder if the sea encounter is going to get more dangerous. Now, if I was doing something like this game, but I mean, I can't really, you know, yeah, I gotta cut them some slack, this was their first game after all, but what I would do was, I would change the ocean theme after you get out here. Just to really hammer in that feeling of you being in a completely new environment and having access to way more of the world, having more stuff open to you now. Nowhere to dock there, it seems. I mean, we might still be fairly hemmed in, we'll see. Okay, there's a town there, that should probably be our first stop. Still the same world map theme, but I'm guessing it's not going to change. Melmond. Oh, we heard about this place earlier, didn't we? Restore the crystals to grace. It's still a pretty calm, peaceful theme for a town that looks destroyed. The vampire attacked. Destroying our... Wow, you can call it a church? How times have changed since the NES days. Ruination of the earth. Oh, maybe the earth fiend is nearby. Well, everyone here is all just, maybe they've been drained by the vampire and they just become zombies. Oh, okay, so this place hasn't so much been destroyed as it has been ruined by the earth crystal being lost. Interesting. I'm just a farmer. That's all you have to say. What? Wait, what? Is the Secret of Mana guy a reference to this guy, or is this guy retroactively a reference to Secret of Mana? I honestly don't know. But yeah, he was the blacksmith in Secret of Mana. I never actually played that, but I've watched several Let's Plays of it. I definitely recommend both Royal Mithrils and the Runaway guys, for different reasons. A wise man named... I thought this guy was going to say he was a wise man who knows too much. Okay, so southern tip of the continent, good to know. Okay, wow. Fallen to ruin even more than this? It's kind of hard to imagine that. But it does look like the vampire at least had the courtesy to leave your magic shops. Oh wow, we can get Curaga already. Instantly kills all enemies? Interesting. So yeah, Scourge, I talked about this in Final Fantasy XII, but Scourge, I believe, is actually based off the Cloud Kill spell from Dungeons & Dragons, given its Japanese name. Teleport. Okay, it's not like a town warp spell, which I really like, but I doubt is in this game. Teleport to the previous one. I mean, that's actually kind of... I said before that, like, there was no, like, dungeon escape thing, but it looks like it's black magic, which is a little annoying. I do kind of wish the white mage had more to do besides, oh, we can't actually get level 5 magic yet. Interesting. Oh, wait, no, we can. We just can't get teleport. Is that, like, either red mages only or upgraded mages only? Guess that's it. That's something to come back for. We can get Scourge, though. I'm gonna get Curaga just to give me another option for damage. I'm gonna wait to buy the rest because I want to see what the white magic store sells. And maybe what the weapon and armor stores sell too. Oh, Curaga, okay. Oh, I was hoping we'd get this eventually. Not called Raise in this game. Yeah, a lot of the times it is sometimes called Life, but I kind of prefer Raise, honestly. Dialga, not Dialga. Damage to all undead enemies. Healara. This might actually be useful. Yeah, in a lot of later Final Fantasies, like they had Cura or some of the other higher tier Cure spells do multi-party healing. Like honestly, Cura is kind of serving my purposes pretty well right now. I mean, I think Cetro's pretty set when it comes to weapons right now. Oh, wow, I find this just after I start watching Chugga's Torn of the Golden Country LP, where this is the name of, Haze's weapon, but, yeah, everything but the longsword is, a downgrade. Yeah, it's Duncan who needs a better weapon, and I don't really have one for him at this point. I think monks are supposed to get better later on in the game. Whoa, okay, that's expensive. But I can get more of these. Huh. I can only afford one, though. I suppose I'll actually take that for now. Just because, like, having mages who don't die is useful. But I've also found that Duncan has been dying quite a lot lately. And he's one of my main physical... You know what, I'm going to actually give you the silver armlet. Even though that means that Noah's going to be a little weak right now. But when I get more money, I can go ahead and give him one. Cavern of Earth is to the south of Melmond on a peninsula called the Devil's Tail. Another word they probably couldn't say in the NES days. The more fertile... Okay, so now it's a barren waste. Good to know. Yeah, like, I was just thinking, it's about time that we fought one of the fiends. I mean, I don't know if this is actually the Fiend of Earth, but I'm guessing it is. Giant living in the cave eats rocks. Especially likes gems. Okay, that's good to know. You look very, very conspicuously unique. I don't think you know what that word means, to make the obligatory reference. I was thinking for a second that maybe there'd be 2 Link graves. Could you please move? Thank you. I mean, let's see how much you charge. Oh, okay. Just as much as the Elf Village. I thought they'd overcharge because, you know, their land is all, you know, barren and the people here probably aren't making a lot of money. Although I can see there are cobwebs here, so evidently this is already not a very, very well-maintained inn. But, okay, so we have Melmond, and then they said that to the south. I mean, like, I guess, technically speaking, there's probably a lot more places that I can go with the boat right now, but I kind of want to focus on what they said. Looks like these areas are supposed to be swamps. Seems like no matter where you go, wolves are a universal constant. It's just the lore of classic RPGs. You see a town, go to it, the NPCs there will generally tell you about a location that's nearby, and then you're supposed to just go to that location. Well, that's new! Hyenodon. I read that as Hydreigon for a second. Yeah, I feel like I've actually seen a sprite that looks like that in something, but maybe it was just like this game and I didn't realize it. Okay, I have level 4. Okay, I do have Curaga, but maybe I should save that. Let's try... I mean, honestly, I kind of want to just try Thundara. Okay, they're relatively weak. Let's see how you guys handle Thunder. Yeah, the 80-90 mark is about average damage for that, which probably implies no weakness. And the rest of these ogres I can probably clean up with just regular attacks. Yeah, definitely. That encounter was worth a decent amount of experience, though. Now, I have to ask, is this the Peninsula of Power? I'm just testing out every single peninsula that I'm, like, on. I don't know if you can get encounters by rotating in place or not. Just ghouls. I knew you paralyzed me. Okay, I'm assuming this is not the Peninsula of Power. So, let us keep heading to the south, where we'll either run into that wise person who knows everything, or, uh-oh. I mean, I doubt they're going to do all that much to us anyway. Or, the vampire. Okay, there we go, 2 level ups out of that. Strength 20, nice. And intellect 30, probably even nicer. So this would be... Giant's Cave. I'm guessing we cannot progress until we get some kind of a gemstone. You shall not pass. Yep. I'm gonna need some kind of gem. Yeah. So, where can we find a gem? I mean, I wonder if, like... Did the Duruga village say that we were missing an item there? Yeah, it does say we're missing an item. Maybe we... Or maybe it's whatever we get from the blacksmith when we give him adamantite. So I feel like some people could accuse, you know, the item thing of being too much of a hint, but at the same time, it doesn't really tell you how you get the item or what you need to do to get it. A whole bunch of spiders. I can probably get through this just by attacking. And then I can maybe use like a cottage or a... I was about to say inn, but no portable inns here. But yeah, I can probably use like a healing thing before we go into the cave, which might be a dungeon. But like one thing that I was saying about this game that I'm finding really interesting, honestly, is that in many ways, it kind of feels like a puzzle game. Or like an early point-and-click adventure game. Because it's... You've got this kind of thing where, yeah, no, I'm definitely not using a cottage here. I can just use a tent, I suppose. Where you've got to get an item to give to an NPC who wants that item, and then they'll give you another item, and then you get that item and take it to a different person who wants that, and then that'll open up more areas where you can go and get more items to give to people who want the items, and so on. It's just like, again, it actually has this very, you know, old-school point-and-click adventure game feel to it, as well as being an RPG. It's just interesting because it's something that a lot of RPGs didn't really, like... I feel like mazes like this lose a lot of their impact if you can just, you know... This music is definitely, very happy sounding for where we are, but, yeah, I feel like a lot of RPG, like, they kind of drifted away from that direction later on. And I mean, I don't mind the increased focus on story and character development, like, I really love that, but, a lot of these puzzle elements, you don't really see them as much, and if, you know, there is going to be an RPG with puzzle elements, they're usually way more overt. I'm trying to think about it, but it's like, they're usually more like actual things like sliding puzzles or even Professor Layton-style puzzles, so, yeah, like I said, usually much more overt. Okay, I want to try something here. Not flee. I want to just defend with you guys, and then just see how much damage Fire does to this entire group, because I really don't want to have to just, you know, use Fire after most of them are already dead. So, is Pokemon type logic going to be in play here? I think it is. That's probably a weakness. Because as I said before, 80 to 90 is usually the average. Oh, hi there. Okay. Interesting, Earth Elemental. That's a really cool-looking Earth Elemental. That's kind of surprisingly unique for an Earth Elemental too, but here's the thing, I don't have, like, wind, though, so I'm not really sure what this thing's gonna be weak to, if anything. Like, Blizzard, Fire, I don't really know. Like, Thunder, maybe? Because I know that in a lot of Final Fantasies, oh, I can scroll down to the highest level spells. In a lot of Final Fantasies, like, Earth-based things are weak to wind, but I don't really have anything that's wind, so, like, Thunder is kind of the closest I have to that, so I guess I can try Thunder. Let's see. Nope, that barely did anything. Maybe it's just resistant to all magic. Oh. For a second, my controller seemed to lose connection because keyboard controls popped up out of nowhere. But I think we're back. Yeah, we're back now. I do like how the button prompts come back, though. This is actually one of the first Steam games I played that has direct controller support. Huh, those things look maybe semi-weak to Thunder, but, yeah, most games I played on Steam, you've got to, like, you can use a controller, but the controller is sort of just mapping keys to it. Yeah, this is a very happy-sounding song for what this place presumably is. Okay, so we have 2 rooms down here. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like we're going to be encountering a lot of monster chests here. Okay, I am a little low on health, though, so maybe I should cure a Duncan here. Maybe, gonna try Blizzard, maybe? Okay, yeah, you guys do hit pretty hard. If you're doing that much damage to Cetra, of all people, yeah, I dread to think how much you're gonna do to my mages. Please die. Thank you, okay. Just HP. One thing that I am liking about this game, though, is that enemies in general don't have a whole lot of health. So battles do go relatively quickly, whether it's in your favor or very much not. I'm just gonna have both of you... actually, you're gonna... I probably should save temper. Yeah, I should probably save temper. I've already proved that I can win these battles without it. Does seem to be mainly going for Cetro, though, which is good. Okay, so in those fights, I have a new strategy. Have both the mages defend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am totally maxed out on antidotes, so that was pointless, but at least I got experience out of it. Oh, I have 20 high potions. And 8 regular potions. I will probably use some items later to top me up before the inevitable boss fight at the end of this place. Okay, I'm guessing at least one of these is going to be monsters. I'm guessing both of them are now. It's always these earth elementals. Yeah, actually not too bad, and they give good experience too. Potion. Oh, that wasn't monsters. Okay, next floor. So what we got here? Cave of Earth. Yeah, it's also kind of a maze. With a couple of doors, one of which will require me to go very far out of my way. We also have more bats here. I still wonder if more's going to be done with those bats at some point. I don't want to be too crazy with my high potions. Oh, those are new. Yeah, I had a feeling that maybe we'd be seeing some stronger enemies in the lower floors, because the early floor was not that dangerous, and that's a very interesting looking troll. It's like holding its head and screaming from the horrors that it has seen on the internet. I'm just gonna have you defend, because I don't like where this is going. Blizzara, maybe? Okay, well... It has at least 200 HP. Or like 200 maximum, more like. But the trolls don't seem to like Blizzard. And they regenerate, which... That is actually probably a D&D thing, because trolls have regeneration, I think, in D&D, don't they? Well, they don't... Okay, maybe it's just that they... Oh, and that one fled, okay. Maybe it's just that they don't like magic at all. Because they seem to be taking not a lot of damage from physical attacks. 9 strength, yay. 6 strength, yay. Wow, I can't read. But yeah, that was kind of... I've noticed that a lot of the lime green looking enemies tend to be very... Oh, that's not a good ambush. Although I think is this the weaker variety of snake? Yeah, it seems to be the weaker variety of snake, which can still poison you. As we're seeing here. And yeah, the poison's way more of a threat than the actual damage from these things. How about Fire? Yep, wipeout. And Noah levels up. More stamina is definitely nice. And I have to use one of my bajillion antidotes. Yeah, I knew, like, this is the world where basically everything poisons you, so, I came prepared. This might be a waste of a fire, I don't know. But burning spiders is always fun. Don't take that out of context. So I think, yeah, straight down should be one of these doors. Okay, single Minotaur. This is probably okay. And there it goes. Okay, it definitely has less than 200 now that I think about it. Because I didn't even get an attack in from Cetro there. Oh, well that's probably an enemy. Yep. Oh, just an Earth Elemental, okay. So I'm going to repeat the same strategy that I used before. Both the physical attackers attack, and everybody else defends. And there we go. Yeah, really? The Earth Elementals aren't that bad. But there might be more of them here. No, Gil. Leather shields. A lot of Gil. Okay. Yeah, nobody besides Cetro can use the leather shield, so no point in keeping that around. Two Minotaurs, okay. Yeah, that right there was probably an example of auto battle being a bit inefficient. Cetro should have attacked the lower one to get more damage onto it. But, yeah, if you want the ultimate example of auto battle being mostly inefficient, then try FF13, which I still think, like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you can just win that game by spamming auto battle. Like, it's actually not optimal. Auto battle kind of screws you over in a lot of situations. But then again, I set the options when I played that game to have the cursor default to commands and not auto battle, so I made sure that I always had to think in most of the fights. Anyway. I mean, I understand why people, like, don't like that game and stuff. I feel like it would have done a lot better as a spin-off than as a mainline game, honestly. And, like just trust me that I'm not saying good things about FF13 just because of, getting this, this game as a review copy or anything like that. Like, I genuinely do think it's not as bad as people say, but, I'm weird in that I like, linearity in a lot of things. Coral Sword seems to be exactly the same as the Worm Killer, but I'm guessing it maybe has some kind of effect, like it does more damage, against sea enemies or something? Oh, that's new. Hill Gigas, okay. Looks more like a genie than a Gigas to me. Okay, I was really worried for a second there. I was thinking that was going to do a lot more than it actually did. Like, admittedly though, I do think that if I did go back to 13 now, I probably wouldn't like it as much as I did on my first playthrough, because I played that game at a time when I had not played a JRPG in a long time, and, like, I think I probably, yeah, anyway, so, like, my standards were probably quite low at the time, and now that I've played other games, yeah, I probably wouldn't like it as much, but I do there are some things about it I think are actually kind of decent, like the fact that buffs and debuffs are actually good. And that regular encounters are, well, perfectly capable of killing, which they are in this game too, but, to a lesser extent. But anyway, okay, Cave of Earth, Basement, Floor 3, and, okay, there's a lot of doors in here, but it also looks like there's some kind of a stone plate there? Yeah. Can probably afford to keep going for a little bit. I'm just kind of wondering when I should cut this part, but, if there is a boss at the end, I might stop before that. Okay, some of the... Okay, I think actually they're all new. So, this time I'm gonna attempt Dia. Yeah, the thing that's really annoying about Dia is that it uses the same spell slots that Pure does. I probably said that before, but, I will say it again. It is actually quite annoying. You've got to decide whether you want damage against undead, or please don't stun us all before we get a chance to do anything. That would be really annoying. Or, healing. And, of course, he got stunned. So, we barely got to do anything that turn. Okay, I have to turn off auto battle now, because if I keep it on, then, they're gonna go back to Blizzara and Dia, and at this point, that's probably not gonna be, helpful. Yeah, I don't know if there's, like, an item that can cure stun or something, but it's getting really annoying here. This is basically that thing I was talking about in an earlier part that happens to, a game that Matthew Mercer ran as a DM at one point, where, the entire party got paralyzed by ghouls and, slowly devoured, and, yeah, they got... It wasn't a full TPK, but it was pretty close to a TPK, and, this is just from, like, interviews and stuff, but I believe that was, like, the first game that he brought, Marisha to watch, so that wasn't exactly a good first experience of D&D. It's kind of darkly funny, though. Sleeping bag. Let me guess. Oh, only the field. Okay, I thought it was like a variant of like a cottage that can only be used in dungeons. That'd be sort of cool, but I mean, I guess they wouldn't be that kind. Ochre jelly. Okay, I know that is almost certainly a Dungeons & Dragons monster. Just gonna try Blizzara. The tarantulas have not actually poisoned me in a long time, and that's very bizarre. Oh, yeah, wow, that's a lot of damage. I'm guessing you both don't like magic and are weak to that, so, yeah, because I haven't really seen damage that high before, apart from the one time that I used Temper Haste on Cetro, and that was fun. Of course, it was the last hit on the boss, and knowing me, he probably only had, like, 3 HP left anyway, but still. Cockatrice. I remember that there were gold needles available in shops earlier in the game. I'm going to try Blizzara just to see how that does. So, I think petrification does exist in this game. So, yeah, if anything would petrify you, it would be cockatrices. Do you know what the plural of that is? There we go. Not even worth that much experience, either. I mean, I suppose if this door is closer. So let me just see if there's... Okay, it's just, like, one chest, and... Like, it's just my completionism. I want to get everything, but at the same time, I know most of it's probably not that worth it to show on camera. Wraiths are not that bad. I say that and they immediately paralyze me. I guess I'll just go for this chest. I suppose I can try Fire Up. Okay, I'm guessing you don't like that. Like, maybe just beast enemies in general are weak to... And yeah, Gold Needle, I knew it. The fact those exist proves there is Petrify status in this game. Although, in some games, that item is just called Soft. Well, that was kind of inevitable. Oh, it's you again. I know exactly how to deal with you. I admit that was kind of the first time one of them got a good hit on Duncan, though. They're worth really nice experience. Oh, hey, Gold Needle. Yes, I think the game is trying to tell me something. Petrification is a threat at this point, so be prepared for it. Aha, malicious mummies! It's just a complete in-joke for me. It's actually a Sherlock Holmes game of all things. Sherlock Holmes and the Mystery of the Mummy. It has very silly voice acting, and in general, it's a really dodgy-looking game. Okay, TL gets more intellect, always good. Oh, I suppose you can try Dia. Okay, we're not first, that's good. Yep, they give pretty good experience. Just like the mummies in a certain other franchise. Oh no, you're a regular encounter now. Of course you are. Yeah, that was kind of inevitable. I mean, I know that you guys are somewhat weak to thunder, I think. I wasn't really expecting these things to be physical attackers, though. I know there's a later variant of them that I think is just called Wizard in the original translation that's, you know, really, really terrifying and can apparently show up in enormous groups. You know, I had a feeling that there was going to be a monster in this room. And it's another one of you. Yeah. There has to be, like, there's got to be something to these bats. At some point, we're going to get the ability to talk to them or something, aren't we? I don't know. Like, maybe I'm looking into things too much. Okay, you guys didn't really seem to like fire, but I am running out of decently high-level spells right now. I do have some ethers. I probably should buy more of those going forward. Thank you for moving, bat. Let me guess, monsters. Thought so. They seem to have, like, maybe 300 or so-ish. Okay, like, that was a good level up, too. So we all, like, yeah, we're all level 20 now. I'm not really sure what level you're supposed to finish the game at, but I suppose we'll find out eventually. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go, I'm not gonna bother with that. I just realized something. I realized that these shops in town were selling, oh, you're the vampire, aren't you? I'm pretty sure you're the vampire. But yeah, I realized the shops in town were selling the higher form of Dia, the anti-undead spell. And I feel like that was suspicious video game generosity. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and heal up maybe a little bit. I guess you can use a few regular cures, which I think is actually healing somewhat more than it used to now. It's still not great. I guess we can pop a cure just to get your massive HP back up to a decent level. Because I think I'm going to talk to this bat that is totally not a vampire next time. See you all then.